ready to talk about Batman. Heck yeah. Let's go. Episode 3
Yeah.
of The Court of Capes. Let's go.
The court is in session.
The court
it is.
in session. You have your boy Joshua Shelton here.
Curtis Cooper joining.
This is J.C. Brown coming at you.
J.C. Brown. All right, boys. All right, so before we kind of get into things, so we've seen season 1 completely, and now half of season 2, right? So
Yup.
this segment of episodes, I think, is one of my favorite segments of episodes. But I want to get your guys' take on just this segment. Like, let's do like a scale, like of 1 to 10. Where do you put this segment?
Sorry, you broke up a little bit there. Can you repeat that?
Oh, like where do you put this segment of episodes? Like, for on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you put it?
I think it was a solid 7.
I'd probably. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think 7's good. I was gonna say 7.5, but yeah, 7 is probably closer to what I feel.
All right. Okay. I understand
What
that.
about you, Josh?
Probably
What
would
about you, Josh?
I guess 1 episode kind of carries it quite a bit, but yeah.
I feel like that's been the case for all of these sessions so far.
Yeah, that's true. Except our last segment, which was the season finale, which we put both of them together. So, yeah, I could totally see it. Yeah, 1 episode or 2 episodes kind of carrying the entire segment of episodes that we're reviewing.
Yeah, it felt like, at least in terms of this particular run of episodes, that it didn't necessarily have some of the lows of season 1.
Yeah.
And even the ones, for example, with like Penguin in them, were definitely more interesting than the other Penguin episodes were in season 1. Paired him up with a bunch of different villains, which made it a little more interesting. So the floor was higher, but the feeling, I'd say, it was about the same.
Okay. All right, JC, would you like to start us off? Or do you have any takes, JC, first, though, about everything? Personal takes, hot takes?
Nothing too crazy, I don't think. It was a good set of episodes. But yeah, definitely a lot of Penguin. Even when half of the episodes watched, which was interesting.
But I think
he is better.
I feel like
the main characters.
Better Penguin quality than usual.
I think that's fair, yeah.
Yeah.
But all in all, yeah, it was a fun set of episodes. I like that they are, instead of doing like a villain of the week now, they're combining them, creating interesting villain dynamics, and I really appreciated that.
True, yes. And we did get introduced to a new villain, which was cool.
Yes, we did.
All right. So, episode 1, season 2. The Cat, the Bat, and the Very Ugly.
So I'll go out and throw this out there. This was by far the best Penguin episode that we've seen.
Definitely. Yeah.
And I would include the ones after this too. This was definitely my favorite Penguin episode. Like, and I think the fact that like Catwoman is so much more entertaining than him. It's him a lot more tolerable and palatable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It also, like, okay, so a lot of Penguin that we've seen before makes it seem like where he's not much of a threat, that he's just like a nobody at all. But this episode, he kind of becomes a serious threat in a way. It's like Penguin is like, oh crap, it's just Penguin, like just laugh at him, whatever, he's a nobody. But in this episode, he actually, yeah, it's kind of dangerous.
Yeah, he kind of held his own against Catwoman.
Yeah, he did. Trick the cat.
Yeah, it seems like Penguin's like fighting prowess just depends on the situation he's in. Like if the plot demands for him to be like a little more agile, then like he can hold his own. But
yeah, this Penguin, he's got some martial arts stuff going on. He can.
Sometimes he just gets his butt.
Yeah.
So this episode I feel like was much more villain based. Like we saw some Yin, we saw some Batman, and we also saw like, well, the city start to question Batman because he was working like with quote unquote Catwoman when they were handcuffed together.
Yeah.
But Yin didn't really have any unwavering faith. She was like, I trust Batman. So that was nice.
Getting shit for that character.
I don't really, it was the best Penguin episode, but I don't really have many takes on this episode, honestly.
Well, we got to see a lot more of the cat flirting with Batman.
True.
We got to see Batman just stone-faced, just like, oh my goodness, you are such a liability to me right now.
Yep, true.
He was not having it.
Oh, Curtis is gone.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Did he lose the signal?
I guess so. This is why it's a struggle driving and doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Another reason.
That is true.
I don't really
want to say is settled again.
What were you going to say?
I said, hopefully one of these days we'll all be settled again.
Yes. That would be very nice. So, JC, where are you driving?
I am driving down to Southern for the weekend.
So, am I the only one that's not driving down to Southern this weekend?
You're not coming down?
I was never told anything.
Well, I'm going to see a bunch of friends that I haven't seen for 6 months, like an active people. That's why I'm doing.
Yeah. And Curtis is going down as well. Dang.
Yeah.
Are you with us, Curtis?
Hello?
Hello. Welcome.
Hello?
Curtis, can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah, sorry, my internet says it's at full strength, and it completely kicked me out.
Well, we are glad you're back.
Yeah. Welcome back to episode 3.
All right, so are we still on episode 1?
I don't really have any more takes on episode 1. So.
Yeah, no, it was pretty straightforward.
Yeah, we can move to episode 2.
That works for me. This will be a good one.
All right. So, episode 2, we were introduced to a new villain. And the episode is called Riddled, which is pretty self-explanatory of who the new villain is, the Riddler.
The Hot Topic version of the Riddler.
Huh?
The Hot Topic version of the Riddler.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, definitely different design. I had never seen a design for the Riddler like this. This was very, very interesting. His voice was like raspy the whole time.
Yeah, that was different.
Yeah. But with all that said, I kind of liked him.
Yeah, I did too.
I did. I would say this was probably one of the top episodes of this series here. JC,
It was a really good episode.
Yeah, it was a really good episode. We saw a lot more Yin. We got to see a really cool Yin scene when Batman and Riddler were fighting, and then he opened the door expecting more goons to come out, and turns out Yin just took them all down.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
I thought that was interesting. Like, Yin was taking all these goons down, and Batman was struggling with the Riddler. Like, it was it was an interesting dynamic.
She reminded me in that scene of May from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., who is the same person who plays both characters. Ming-Na Wen.
Yeah, that's true. Pretty awesome fighter, just holding her own. She did great. And the riddles too. So we kind of got like a glimpse into Batman's mind as a detective, where like he realizes that the Riddler was distracting them.
Yeah, that was fun.
I just remember he got his bombs on the bridge.
Yeah, I have no idea how he did that.
How did he get bombs everywhere?
Yeah, he got bombs everywhere. And in some places, I'm just like, how in the world did you get bombs there? Also, we kind of got realized how unintelligent the commissioner is.
Not very.
Oh man, that museum riddle, I don't remember the specific words, but he's like, how did you get the museum?
Yeah.
I was like, oh my goodness.
He ain't no Jim Gordon.
Nope, not one bit.
And then Yin's like, any first grader would have gotten that riddle.
Yeah. There was that one time, okay, so when she goes to the van and Batman's trying to tell her which squares to press, it's like the ultimate game of Minesweeper, and I totally didn't understand how to solve that riddle. Like, how did he know?
No idea.
Yeah, I couldn't even follow along with that. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I had
no idea. But yeah, so I definitely enjoyed this version of the Riddler. It's pretty cool. I mean, it looked like he had Batman and Yin trapped at one point. I was like, well, dang, like, you can unmask Batman and all this right here.
Two at this point. It feels like 7 of them have.
Yeah. True. It is
Batman does need to get quite a bit.
Seems like Batman gets knocked out a lot in this show.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Like, he is kind of a young Batman, but he's able to still hold his own. He does get knocked out quite a bit. Maybe he just needs a new cowl or something like that.
Yeah, some a little sturdier.
Yeah.
I appreciate it for its realism, though, because if Batman was real, he'd be getting knocked out.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, but there's so many things about the show that's not so realistic.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it just kind of comes across as inconsistent to me.
Yeah, that I would say that that's somewhat inconsistent. Like, is it trying to be realistic or is it not? Like, well, yeah,
I mean, this show is definitely like more cartoony than Batman animated series was, so
Oh,
they're
yeah.
definitely appealing to a younger audience.
100%. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, the Riddled episode 2, I liked it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
really fun episode.
All right, moving on to episode 3, Fire and Ice, where Firefly and Mr. Freeze join forces to put Gotham into winter.
I just don't understand why these two people, who are polar opposites, are just like, oh yeah, this will be a great idea to work together.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
I think the point they're trying to grasp at, like, oh, this would be the most unlikely pair, so like you wouldn't see it coming, I guess.
We don't even have any idea who Firefly is as a character.
No, I don't think they've revealed his name, but
Yeah, like he has no motivation as far as we're concerned as the audience.
that's true. Yeah, like we don't even know who he really is, what motivates him, why he does what he does, other than maybe for money. Like he's just a mercenary for money.
And Mr. Freeze came on his own from a character standpoint, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
But it definitely came down to them just being a more formidable physical match for Batman than either of them would be alone.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Mr. Freeze.
But we did get to see some dope Batman ice suit.
Oh, true. Yep. Some more
and him just
white suit.
Him just like hook shotting through the snow was awesome.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. And then it just gets destroyed.
Yeah. But yeah,
that was too bad.
It was interesting. Like, so I guess the suit was for winter. He fought Mr. Freeze obviously with the first time with it, so it seemed interesting that he was using it to fight Firefly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it didn't really make too much sense that they were working together. And like Curtis pointed out, like we don't know much about Firefly whatsoever to really get the gist of what's going on. I feel like there are multiple episodes in the show where that's happening, where they're putting a character in a place like, oh, that's right, we were talking about Joker, and it was an episode about Joker and where the person was like not talking, and I was like, well, we haven't really been revealed or like given too much Joker screen time to understand like that this isn't the Joker.
Yeah, exactly.
So like in terms of the Mr. Freeze and Firefly, we haven't really been Firefly hasn't been given enough screen time for us to understand him and understand that this dynamic, doesn't work or, works or whatever.
Yeah, I think so far, if I were making a pros and cons list for the Batman, I would there's obviously a lot of pros that I really like in terms of the angles it takes, like a younger Bruce Wayne, a more like personable Bruce Wayne. All the technology is super cool, but like probably the biggest con for me is how if you take all the villains up to this point and average them out, most of them are incredibly thin and uninteresting.
Yeah. I would kind of agree with that as well.
Like, there's 3 or 4 really good ones, but the rest of them I just literally don't care at all about.
Mhm. Yeah, Clayface was probably the best story villain right now.
Yeah.
Joker just has a name for itself. It's just a different take on the Joker, and
Yeah.
we got to see some more Joker with this series of episodes. But
Oh, we will get to that.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, but true. And I say another flaw, like there, as you said, there are another pros, but another con I think is there's kind of good character development with Batman, but other than that, I don't see much character development with. Well, I guess Yin and Batman have good character development, but the rest of the characters.
Yeah, I think Alfred's got pretty good development for as much screen time he's had.
I mean, he's had good screen time, but I think they're
He
kind
hasn't
of
really he isn't really on an arc though. He's kind of been the same, which
Yeah.
is fun, but like he's kind of still static in my opinion.
That is true. He is kind of static, but I think that we're at least getting to see more angles about him compared to some Alfred. Like, we're seeing how much he cares. We're seeing how him and Bruce Wayne joke around. Just
Yeah.
their kind of father-son dynamic, not just servant-master.
Yeah, but I would say though well, I mean, I guess you haven't seen the Batman the animated series, but it's not necessarily too new of a concept. Like,
That's fair.
yeah. But yeah, Alfred is pretty quippy. He does have a lot of things to say, and there's one instance where he said something towards Bruce, and then Alfred's like, "I know, I'm fired."
Oh, that was great.
Oh yeah, that was a great line.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh my gosh, okay." And then I thought in my head, I was like, "I wonder how many times Bruce Wayne has actually told Alfred that he's fired."
Probably a lot.
So,
All right. So, any other takes on Fire and Ice?
No, it was decent but forgettable.
Yeah, I would say it's a mediocre episode.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think I have anything else. I think decent but forgettable sums up pretty well.
Yep. All right. So, episode 4, The Laughing Bat.
What an incredibly fun episode.
Yes.
I love this episode.
Absolutely love this episode. And this is the episode I've been kind of pointing towards. So I guess I got caught up in what episode it was. But yes, this is the one that I was saying was a really good Joker episode to look forward to.
Oh yeah. Totally agree. In fact, the Clayface episodes were definitely more emotional than this, but this is by far the most fun I've had with this show.
Yes, absolutely. A lot of fun. Joker.
Like this does what I was hoping like more of the show would do, which it takes like an established Batman thing and it completely flips on its head and tells like a really interesting story.
Super interesting. So like Joker takes the whole approach like, if I can't beat him, kind of join them, Nobody likes the Joker, but everybody likes Batman, so I'll become Batman. But it's so interesting. He like takes such a legalistic approach. Oh man.
Yeah, like part of me thinks he was 100% like, because this Joker seems to be pretty intelligent. So I'd say he was just doing that to like reveal like kind of the arbitrariness of like law and order and stuff like that. For like, if you take it to its extreme, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's true. I think he was also trying to reveal some of the cons of like Batman. Like
Yeah.
who are you to decide what
Yeah, exactly.
who gets, you know, arrested or not? Who are you to decide? Be the judge and
Yeah.
jury.
Yeah, like, who are you to decide, like, who to beat the living crap out of because they're doing something you find, like, reprehensible?
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Joker did the same thing as the Batman. It's just he chose different people to do that.
Yeah, so I feel like this episode had like two parts to it. Which I think made it really good. Like there were two things going on, like the first half and then like the second half.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely one of the most fun Joker episodes. And as I mentioned before, it's called The Laughing Bat, which is it's a good title. But I think I told you guys what I would have titled it last time.
Yeah, it was something about smiling, right?
Yeah, no, I said laughing is contagious.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah.
And I was kind of like, I thought that would have been a great title for the episode, especially like I feel like the Laughing Bat emphasizes like the Joker being the Batman. But I would have said laughing is contagious because of what happens to Bruce Wayne with the
Well, I feel like the laughing bat applies to both of them in different ways.
It does,
But
yeah.
yes, I know, I realize it does that, but like I guess as a viewer, like when Bruce Wayne was laughing, actually I started laughing myself. That's why I kind of thought of like laughing is contagious.
I see.
I got you.
Yeah. I mean, when he saw the mayor's wife in the hospital, oh my goodness. Like
Oh, that was rough.
That was like so cringy, but in like a good way.
yeah, I mean that's the time that's the point that I started laughing because it was just like, oh my god. It's laughing
Yeah,
like
it
so
just
uncomfortable.
makes your skin crawl.
Yeah, for real.
It's funny that this show kind of did the Batman who laughs before the comics did, more or less.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say like it did that Joker Batman before they did.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, like, and what he said, the Joker, when he got the mayor's wife, what was her name again? Susan, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, she had it coming. Like, what do you mean? And he's like, 11 items at a 10-item checkout. And I was like, oh my.
That was such a good Joker moment, and like when he just raises up the curtain and it's just like the Dark Knight when like the dead Batman is like hung from the building. You're just like, oh wow, I didn't know they would go that far.
Yeah. They went pretty far right there. I was like, whoa, this is a kid show, but whoa.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then Batman, after chasing the Joker, who apparently really does well going hand be hand against the Batman every time.
Yeah, he really does.
And so then he gets injected with the toxin and then starts laughing. And I don't know, I just thought it was it was so interesting, like this somewhat serious Bruce Wayne, because at times in the show he's like super serious and at other times not so much. So like what I'm saying is like if I was to compare him to the Bruce Wayne portrayal in the Batman the Animated Series, because in Batman the Animated Series he's much more serious.
Yeah, he's straight-laced.
Yeah, most of the time. So if we did a Batman who laughs like with that Bruce Wayne, I feel like it would have had more of a take, as in like, whoa, this is so not Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
it would have been way more charming.
Yeah. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. And as I said, like Penguin's also thrown in this episode. Randomly near the end. Yeah. I don't know, I thought it was good. Like as I said before, like last episode that this would be a good episode that would involve Penguin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yep. So yeah, and so Penguin kind of fights Batman and the Joker at the same time. It's like, how much can Penguin actually do?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, that was ridiculous how he could take them both.
Yeah, that was super ridiculous. JC, what were you saying?
I said, yeah, this Penguin's way too overpowered when he needs to be.
Yeah, for real. I think they're just really trying to just dive into this Penguin role like he's going to be a serious character and he's going to be able to do all this stuff, which is not what I'm used to as a Batman fan seeing Penguin do. Like, Penguin is like above mid-level villain, but he's never like an amazing villain. So
right.
This is interesting. They're real. I don't know if they're trying to just push Penguin onto us. I kind of feel that a little bit, that they're like pushing Penguin really.
Well, yeah, up to this point, Penguin is the main antagonist of the Batman.
Yeah.
He is, and that makes me incredibly upset. Because he's been in like twice as many episodes as Joker has.
Oh, most definitely. He is like, I can't really think of another main antagonist, really. I mean, the Joker comes here and there, and Joker episodes are usually pretty good, but Penguin's everywhere all the time. He's always
Penguin's been in like half the episodes.
Yeah. I think, was this like his fourth appearance already? And then
oh, it was more than that.
Oh, it was more than his fourth.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
He was in 3 episodes just in season 2 so far.
Well, yeah. Yeah, well, this is the second one in season 2.
All right, so he
I
was
thought he was only...
He was in Cobblepot, Birds of Prey, and he was in another one. So he was in, this might have been his 4th appearance, maybe.
I don't remember any others, so I think this is number 4.
Yeah, I guess we just like, honestly, most of Penguin's screen time just isn't that great. So I guess that's why
it just drags on and on and on.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
so
I apologize. There's so much Penguin on behalf of the Batman.
It's okay. They better fix that.
Yeah. Perfect. So, yeah, I just really think, I mean, Batman has one of the best rogues gallery out of any character out there. If they're, I mean,
yeah.
Seriously, as a Batman show, you need to really reveal a lot of the characters that Batman faces. And so, yeah. Too much Penguin.
Too much Penguin.
So,
and we still haven't talked about the other Penguin. What'd you say, JC?
We need to talk about Batman's joke.
Batman's jokes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A man walks into a bar.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. A man and then ouch, right?
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Silly.
It was silly, but okay, I may be dumb, but you're gonna have to really explain that one to me. Was that just supposed to like build up to where he was gonna punch him?
That's what it felt like.
It goes off of the like 2 men walking into a bar.
Well, yeah, I
the guy walking
into a
out. if you walked into a bar, you would say "ow," like a metal bar.
Oh.
Oh shoot! I didn't get that. Okay.
Turns out we're both dumb, Josh.
Oh no.
I mean, yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
I guess it's a kid show. They weren't gonna actually like they. You were supposed to be thinking a bar, as in like a metal bar, rather than a bar where one drinks alcohol, because it's a kid.
Yeah. That's the joke.
Okay, I get it now. Okay. Yeah, I didn't really get it. I thought it was just supposed to set him up to where he was gonna punch him, and that was gonna be the thing. But
Yeah,
all
that
right.
totally went over my head.
Well, the Batman has some good material. Very
Oh,
sophisticated, as you can see.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, he has good one-liners, that's for sure. Better than Justice League one-liners.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And not the animated show, but the movie. Yeah, he had
Yeah.
one-liners in the movie that, oh my goodness.
But
Nope.
hopefully we're gonna get a better movie here pretty soon.
Yeah, Snyder's cut.
Snyder cut.
Snyder cut. Let's
Snyder.
go. Hashtag release Snyder cut.
Oh yeah. Well, do we have any other thoughts about the Laughing Bat, or are we ready to move on?
Let's move on.
All right. So the next episode is Swamped. Once I saw the title, because I actually saw the title before I watched the episode, my mind automatically went to Swamp Thing, and I started to get really excited. But it's not about Swamp Thing. All right. So this is about a cowboy killer Croc.
I love his Cajun accent.
It was so new. Like, this is such a different take. Like, this show has obviously different takes on every single character, but this was very interesting. And I was like, this is a cowboy killer Croc.
It made Killer Croc so much more fun.
Straight out of the bayou.
Like,
Yeah.
usually he's just kind of lizardy in how his voice actor interprets him. But I really liked this Killer Croc.
True. Yeah, he was I mean, it was interesting though that like Batman could hurt him quite a bit with a good kick.
Yeah, that was weird. Like, it seemed like he was like beating Batman up, and then Batman just like sucker punched him like 2 or 3 times throughout the episode. You're like, oh, my weakness.
Yeah, just a hit in the gut. That's all it took.
Well, don't crocodiles have like pretty soft underbellies?
No idea.
Yes, they usually. Yeah, I guess they do. But
So I think, getting punched in the stomach would hurt a crocodile, so in my head it made sense.
he wasn't a crocodile.
He's Killer Croc, though.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he's
but that's just his name.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing is the actual origin of Killer Croc. He's not an actual crocodile. Like
Yeah, he's not half man, half crocodile.
yeah.
Well,
So
never mind them.
It's okay, JC. It's
It was-
okay.
I guess the show kind of leaned into the crocodile. Like he's just like he's half. Yeah, I guess they did it, but that's just a different take.
Yeah.
Like they call him Killer Croc mainly because he has the rough crocodile-like skin and is super strong and powerful. And and that's the way the Batman animated series portrayed him.
Yeah. Yeah. To be fair, he's the character. He's the villain so far that I've done the least amount about. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but it was a fun take on Killer Croc.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We got a new bat suit.
Yeah, the amphibious suit.
The amphibian suit. It's
Oh,
more
yeah.
subtle than the ice suit, but I did like it.
Yes. Yeah, Ice Suit definitely is still number one.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, this amphibian suit was pretty cool.
And I think that this takedown was one of my favorites so far. This is how he outsmarted the villain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
I really
And, like,
like that.
And a little bit brutal too, because he basically suffocated him.
Yeah, he did. He drowned.
Oh yeah, it was really brutal. But you could see like they showed you what he was thinking, how he figured it out. I thought that was really well done.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I thought this was a solid episode throughout.
I've read some crazy Killer Croc comics, like where Batman faces off Killer Croc, and they're usually pretty brutal. So.
I can see that.
Yeah. Like he fought him one time in the sewers, which is like Killer Croc, one of Killer Croc's main territories.
As one does.
Yes. So yeah, definitely Cowboy Killer Croc. I approve.
Yes, that gets a thumbs up.
And it was interesting. Like we don't know the origin of the character at all from the show. Like Batman's like, tell me more about this Killer Croc, and then the guy starts reveling off a bunch of like rumors that are going around.
Yeah.
We have no idea where he came from. He just appeared.
Yeah, they're like, we think he has military experience.
Yeah. So
yeah,
okay.
I appreciate the mystery.
All right. So this show does actually like dive into the half man, half reptile. Like it even says in the description, Killer Croc, a half man, half reptile. So yeah, they kind of just portrayed that in the show that this character, this Killer Croc, will be half man, half reptile.
Well, there you go, JC. You were right.
Yeah, in the show. In the show. So I guess I was just comparing him to other Killer Crocs that I've seen.
Yeah, I think this is the one I'm most familiar with. I don't really know him anywhere else. So that's probably why.
Gotcha. So, the next episode is another Penguin episode / Man Bat.
Yay!
This is my least favorite episode of the 6.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Another Penguin heavy episode that is a disappointment.
This one just felt like a fart.
So this was the first episode where I got halfway through, and I just had to turn it off and just go do something else for a long time, just to like feel like watching the second half.
Wow.
It was hard.
Okay, I will say I liked this episode better than any of the solo Penguin episodes, but that's about it.
Gotcha. I guess the one with him and Catwoman wasn't a solo Penguin one.
No, that one was way better than this one.
So I don't know. I guess you would call it solo Penguin, but there is Man Bat. But yeah, honestly, I watched the episode all the way through the first time a while back, and then when I was watching it again, I was like, it's really not that great. I'd rather be doing something else. Like,
Yup.
I found myself looking at my phone often.
I didn't fully understand your guys' hate for Penguin at first when we started all this, but this was the episode that switched me to your side fully, where I was like, yeah, I'm off the Penguin train. I don't like this.
All right. Welcome to the hate.
Yeah, welcome to the Not My Penguin.
I'm officially here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I've just, in terms of media, I've had a lot of different takes and on the Penguin, in video games and other shows. So
Honestly, my favorite iteration of Penguin that I've seen is probably from Gotham.
That's a great penguin.
Okay.
Because at least he was an actual character.
Well, yeah, they really pushed him. At first, I didn't like the penguin, but then when he actually became the penguin and really started to dive into his role, he became more menacing and like cutthroat and just like not someone you mess with. And like the wits, Gotham, they really made him a smart character.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had a great story arc throughout season 1. Like, that was awesome.
Yeah, he kind of became this character that nobody liked in the show and outside the show, and then turned into the Penguin.
Yeah.
And season 1 of Gotham ended with him being like, I'm the king of Gotham. And I'm just like, wow, I guess you are.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then I stopped watching.
Yeah, I really don't have much to say about this episode, Pets. Like,
Me neither.
nothing.
Man,
We don't want to
did nothing.
Man-Bat
Yeah,
what?
I think Man-Bat is my second least favorite villain.
Oh, yeah, same. Like, Man-Bat actually did nothing in this episode. He accomplished absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
It was pointless.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't fun with Man-Bat. Like, Arkham Knight, the Man-Bat story there is pretty insane. But he still does, like, as when he's the Bat, he still doesn't really do much of anything. Just flies around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're kind of just like diving into the animalistic part of Man-Bat. But in the comics, like as I said, Man-Bat actually had his own comic shoot once, and he only survived one issue, I think. Yeah. Or maybe longer. I don't know. Maybe longer. No, he did. There was one character that survived only one issue. However, he did a lot like with other stuff. He was much more coherent as the Bat.
Interesting.
Yeah, in this one and in Arkham Knight, he's not very coherent as the Bat. So, yeah.
So, Dr. Langstrom.
Yes.
So, I feel like he was hampered by the fact that it was a children's show because, you know, he just did not seem realistic. Because he was like, when I get out of here, I'm going to clip your wing.
Yeah.
And then he gets out, and then at the very end, he punches him, and then they just pan away. It's like, what? He should be attacking him and trying to murder him and all this stuff. It's like, this is not realistic.
Yeah, this is not the way to make a villain intimidating in a kid's show.
No.
Really.
Like, they could have found some way to make him somewhat menacing or to be taken seriously or something, but they didn't do it.
Yeah. I mean, I think that is because it's kind of a kid show.
Yeah.
That we get some of the downfall. I mean, there are shows that are made for kids that turn out to be, you know, kind of menacing or kind of dark, or, you know, anime movies like Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker, where it was kind of made for kids. However, that movie is dark as mess.
Isn't that movie PG-13?
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
It could be.
Yeah, I mean, it could be, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, did anyone else have anything they wanted to add?
It is PG-13.
It's just unfortunate that we ended on such a rough episode.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's bad.
A rough episode to end on. It's like it never happened, honestly. So I guess what I was meaning at the beginning, I was kind of saying that this was one of my favorite series of episodes, mainly because of the Batman Who Laughs and the Riddler episode.
Yeah. Very strong episode.
Yeah, those carried the weight of a lot of stuff, and we got to see a somewhat positive Penguin episode, which was the Cat, the Bat, and the Very Ugly. So,
I feel like this time our rankings are going to be the closest they've ever been before. That's my prediction.
oh yeah, I mean,
I was kind of thinking about that going in. I was like, yeah, I think my opinions are going to differ a little bit from everybody else.
oh really?
But they also might not.
Interesting. I mean, hey, if we're different, that's interesting.
All right.
Based on what we've been saying,
we've been in pretty good lockstep so far, save for like a couple switches around.
Yeah.
True.
All right. So if Curtis has different takes on his, his rankings, why doesn't Curtis go first?
You would love to. All right. At the bottom, of course, we have Penguin and Man Bat, because that episode sucks.
Pets, called Pets.
And then we've got, I guess probably the Firefly and Mr. Freeze episode next.
All right.
Then the Cat and the Bat, because I mean that was definitely the most serviceable, like Penguin-centric episode.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna put the Riddler episode because I really enjoyed it. I do wish that character-wise they had changed up the Riddler a little bit more, like giving him a little bit different motivation than just wanting to be smart. But other than that, it was a fun twist on him. Then number 2, I'm gonna put the Killer Croc episode because I just had a lot of fun with that episode.
All right.
And then, of course, number 1 is the Batman Who Laughs.
All right.
So yeah, is that pretty different from y'all's rankings or pretty close?
That's basically exactly the same. However, I probably would have put the Riddler episode at number 2 and the Killer Croc episode at number 3.
I got you.
But no, the rest of it was
Yeah, for me it's very similar. Like, the top and the bottom are of course the same. But I'm gonna do something similar to Josh. I don't know if it's exactly the same, Josh, but I'm gonna have, of course, Man Bat episode at the very bottom. Then I'll have Fire and Ice, just like Curtis. Then I'm gonna actually put the Killer Croc episode.
Whoa!
Followed by,
Whoa!
I know. Followed by the Cat, Bat, and Very Ugly. Then Riddler, and then Batman the last one.
You really put the Cat that high? Oh man.
I enjoyed the character dynamics. Yeah, I think so.
Well, there you go. Us having different rankings makes for more interesting podcasting.
It does.
Yeah, so I was officially wrong. We are not the same.
I don't know.
I was right.
Every time Penguin shows up on the screen, I
just die a little bit inside.
Except the only time that didn't happen was in The Bat Who Laughs.
Yeah, same.
That's the only time that didn't happen, but that's mainly because I was so into what was going on with the Batman and the Joker. Like that story was so captivating that when Penguin was thrown in there, I was just like, okay, whatever. But I don't even think Penguin brought a good dynamic to the fight at all. They OP'd him and fighting Joker and Batman at the same time, which was like, what in the world? And then they tried to make it seem like he could hold his own between the two. I don't know.
Like, you know who would have made a lot more sense? Like, if they had put Bane in that episode, because he would have been someone who could actually take both of the Batman.
That would have been awesome.
Like,
even though
literally anybody other than Penguin.
Yeah.
Huh.
Even though I don't
we are overdue.
Bane looks. But yeah.
Like, Man-Bat would have been a better match for both of them.
Huh, yeah. I think
I
Fate's
just,
the only one villain that we haven't seen in season 2 yet. Well, except for the ventriloquist.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Do we get to see him later?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I'm sure he comes back at least once.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, eventually, yeah.
They should have renamed episode 5 because it was Swamped, and so I was totally expecting Swamp Thing, and I wanted to see their take on Swamp Thing. But we got Killer Croc instead.
I'm really looking forward to seeing what the Batman's interpretation of both Two-Face and Poison Ivy are.
Yeah.
Those are probably my two biggest right now.
I really like Poison Ivy a lot. I don't remember if Two-Face is still or not, to be honest. I don't remember.
Oh,
They might have thought he was too graphic.
Yeah.
What's that?
I mean, like, do you know if Two-Face is in this show?
I don't remember him being in it.
Wow.
Interesting. What about Ra's al Ghul?
Off the top of my head, I don't remember him being in it either. He might be, and I could just be misremembering, but I don't remember him now.
Wow.
Fascinating.
I mean, the show has how many seasons? It has 5 seasons.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much rogues gallery that it can explore.
Yes, but Josh, half of those episodes are going to be about penguins.
If that's the case,
I don't think that's actually the case. I hope not. I don't remember it being the case. But clearly, it's been a while. Yeah. I guess we'll find out together.
Yep.
Indeed, we will.
No matter what happens, we'll just have to grin and bear it. Hopefully, we'll survive.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I'm going to do something that I haven't done before, but I'm going to read the titles of the episodes upcoming.
Ooh, nice.
To see
I like it.
if we have any thoughts on what could happen or might be happening or just interesting. All right. So I have seen this next episode, but this next episode is called Meltdown. Anybody have any thoughts on that title or what it could be about or anything like that?
Probably either Mr. Freeze again or Clayface.
All right.
I think Clayface makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. I would agree that the title does kind of seem like it either references Clayface or Mr. Freeze. All right, so if we do say Clayface per se, because Mr. Freeze was in a recent episode with Fire Knights and he was injured, and so if he got out, then like what is the point?
Yeah, true. He was arrested.
Yeah. So if he was arrested, so we're gonna say it's about Clayface. What do you think it could be about?
Man, I don't know. Like, Clayface, talk about a way to, like, give me a good shot in the arm after a really bad episode in the Man-Bat episode. Like, that would be a great way to start.
Yeah. I mean, Clayface, right now, what we've seen of Clayface, all of his material has been great. Story arc, fantastic. A lot of fun going from a morally good guy, someone who, is a great police officer, to a serious...
One bad day.
Yeah, one bad day. So I'm kind of thinking that Meltdown might be about his mind.
That makes sense.
Because, I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, yeah, it might just be referencing his mind or his brain, because we saw like how
Yeah.
his brain was changing in his story arc, how he was becoming Clayface.
Yeah, like he was deteriorating mentally.
Yeah, but he was still trying to hold on to the Ethan Bennett. Like, I'm gonna be Ethan Bennett, a possible crime fighter. But then he thinks that Ethan Bennett can't take it or can't actually do the job, so Clayface is the option.
Oh, speaking of which, something I wanted to talk about that we forgot to mention was in the Riddler episode when he asks Yen who Batman is, she just blurts out Ethan Bennett. I thought that was interesting.
Oh yeah, that was willing to just throw it out like that.
Huh. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yep. I thought it was interesting that Batman was willing to lie, because it shocked Yen. So like, he was willing to lie about his identity to shock Yen.
Yeah.
So I get identity protection is very serious. Or maybe he thought he could outsmart it, but then he lied again. So he lied the first time. I think he was trying
Yeah,
to.
Batman is really terrible at lying, apparently, in this show.
Yeah. And then the second time, I thought, okay, like maybe he's gonna tell the truth. But no, he lied again, and it shocked Ian again. So yeah, that was interesting. They threw out Ethan Bennett's name, just dropped his name like that. Okay, so the next episode doesn't really okay, it kind of reveals some things. But okay, the next episode title is called JTV.
Oh, that's probably a Joker episode.
Yeah, that's the most explanatory. Yeah, JTV. Any takes on what it could be about?
I think Joker finds some way to hypnotize people through the television screen.
That makes sense.
That's a good one. I like that. Yeah, Joker using the TV to hypnotize. I mean, probably been story arcs just like that where that's happened before. I know that's happened in other shows where a villain has used the TV to hypnotize people.
Yeah.
Bracken from Kim Possible.
Huh?
Remember when he had a TV ad for us?
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's what I'm thinking of. There was I don't know if you guys ever listened to Adventures of Odyssey. Did anybody listen to that?
Yeah, back in the day.
Okay, well, there was a whole story arc where this organization had created, like, built these, like, TVs or whatever, and would hypnotize the entire town. It was pretty wild. There were some wild Adventures of Odyssey, like, story arcs, like, pretty crazy. Sometimes it would be super simple, but other times, man, it would just go out there. All right, so the next episode, Ragdolls to Riches.
Oh, so we're getting Ragdoll, or
Yes.
oh, what's his name?
Ragdoll.
Yeah. Oh, he's.
I did not know that one. I did not know. I forgot that was a villain.
Yeah, not very commonly spoken in the Batman world. But yeah.
Yeah, I remember him being real creepy, so look out for that.
Yes.
Nice.
Very creepy. And he's a contortionist.
Yep.
Like, he's a triple jointed contortionist. So he can, like, bend and do, like, I mean, hence the name Ragdoll. But, like, super, super crazy, funky things that he can do with his body.
That's scary.
Yeah. He appeared on the Flash couple of years ago, I think. And they got a guy who went on America's Got Talent to basically is like triple jointed in real life.
Oh
And
yeah.
He did some really good stuff there. And I was actually watching it on YouTube way back in the day when he did it. And then they saw it, they hired him for the Flash, and they made him Ragdoll.
Yeah. Yep. So there's not really much ragdolls to riches. I mean, it kind of gives the idea that, you know, there might be some. I mean, it's ragdoll, so there's going to be some thievery. So they might come across. You might come across some good money or something.
What do we got next?
All right. So next is called The Butler Did It.
Ooh, Alfred episode.
That sounds fun.
Yes. Now, what did the butler do?
Well, we know who Alfred's primary antagonist is.
The Penguin.
Oh, please, no.
I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna see the Penguin in this one. We might.
If we can just go 3 episodes without seeing the Penguin, I'd be so happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely do without the Penguin. But yeah, the Butler did it. So an Alfred episode, we might see some good character development that might make him less static of a character, like we were talking
That'd
about.
be cool.
So yeah, that would be really cool. All right, so this next episode is probably one of the most interesting titles that I'm looking at, or that interests me the most. The title itself's not like super interesting, but that it interests me the most. So this one is called Grundy's Night.
Wait, what is it called?
Grundy's Night.
Oh, Solomon Grundy.
Yeah. Oh man, I
Okay.
love some Solomon Grundy, and I love how he has all of his like rhymes sometimes. And
Oh, yeah.
I remember this episode. I really like this episode a lot, guys.
yes,
Nice.
I really think this one will be a great episode. I do actually know some spoilers because it involves another character.
Oh yeah, it does.
I won't spoil it at all. I won't say what character it involves. But it does involve another character, and it seems to have the potential to be a really good episode.
Awesome.
Hot take, I already think this is going to be within our top 3 of the next 7, if not number 1.
Nice.
Oh, of the next session, the next episode, or like ever that we've seen so far.
Well, I'm saying of the next 7, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh, you said of the next 7. Okay, yeah, I could definitely see that happening. I don't know if it has potential to be the best episode so far. Which I think I will ask. So kind of think of it in the back of your minds. I will ask next time what our favorite episode of the entire series will be.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds like a fair question.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we would have gone through 2 seasons, so it's definitely something you gotta think about. But yeah, so Grundy's Night. I love Solomon Grundy. Every portrayal in the Arkham series, Solomon Grundy was interesting, super fun. Though he doesn't really seem like too much of an independent thinking character.
Yeah.
He's usually not, because like he's kind of undead. But yeah.
The circumstances around him are usually pretty interesting, though.
Yes, definitely. I love some good Solomon Grundy. All right, so the next episode, which is episode 12, is called Strange Minds.
Strange Minds?
Yeah, Strange Minds. M-I-D-S. Like your brain. Strange Minds.
So I'd probably say either a Joker episode or a Riddler episode.
I think that I think this will be the introduction of Hugo Strange.
Well,
Oh, that's a good point. I forgot about him.
I was gonna say yes, Hugo Strange. So Joker is something that's on my mind. It could be Joker because he's usually involved something strange. But another take is that it could involve Hugo Strange, and we were introduced to him. Oh, we haven't been.
No, not yet.
Okay.
No, not yet.
I have been introduced to him. I guess I can't really say. Okay. Never mind.
How far ahead are you, Josh?
Actually, I have only seen Meltdown.
Well,
So he's introduced
spoiler
to
alert.
Malcolm.
So I guess we know now.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, but I will tell you. Okay, yeah. But yeah, Strange Minds definitely seems like it could be a Doctor Strange episode.
Doctor Strange?
Well,
Hugo Strange or
Hugo Strange, it does call himself Doctor. So, and he is a doctor.
That's true.
So, I mean, yeah, he is
Hold on,
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Sometimes he doesn't get
Hugo or
What were you saying, JC?
I just said from now on, whenever we say Doctor Strange, we'll have to say Hugo or Steven.
Yeah. True. I wonder which character came out first.
I don't know.
Probably
Doctor Strange in the Marvel series.
Yeah.
I mean,
Been around for a while.
Yeah, he's such a solid character. But who knows? Okay, Hugo Strange origin.
So what's the finale called?
Oh no! Actually, Hugo Strange first appearance was in Detective Comics issue 36.
Wow.
So he was created super early.
Yep. Probably the 40s.
Yeah, that's February of 1940.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, because most DC characters came out first. Not all of them, but I mean a lot of them did.
Yeah, a lot of DC characters did come out first.
Yeah, they just
the 60s are when most of the Marvel characters came out.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, okay, wow. I did not know that he was introduced that early.
The real question is, did Dr. Fate come out after Doctor Strange? Because he's the real ripoff.
Oh, you think so?
Oh yeah, they're basically the same character. I mean, there's differences, but I mean,
Dr. Fate's first appearance was in May of 1940.
Wait, really?
Yep.
Wow.
Whoa.
Well, there we go.
So was Doctor Strange a copy of Dr. Fate? I mean, you could say that I'm slightly biased, but from what I've seen, there are a lot of Marvel characters that are inspired by DC characters.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Then Marvel kind of turns them into their own character, but their initial design and stuff seems a lot like Deadpool was originally almost like a copy of Deathstroke.
Yeah.
But then he was turned into his own character.
Didn't Namor come out though before Aquaman?
Did what?
Didn't Namor come out before Aquaman though?
I don't know. I mean, okay, so yeah, Namor actually was, yeah, probably. Yeah, Namor, it says here, was debuted in 1939.
Yep.
So probably.
So that's one.
So what's the next?
For DC.
Okay, yeah, the next episode,
What's the last episode title?
I'm gonna have to go back here. The last episode title is called Night and the City.
So, we don't have a lot to go off of, but I think this is going to be the best episode because so far the Batman has an impeccable track record with season finales.
Well, yes, it did have an amazing season finale to season 1. So that's all we've got to go off of in terms of season finales.
100%.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, 1 out of 1. Let's go.
Exactly.
But
And like Night in the City feels like it could be like an episode where like Batman has to like take on a bunch of villains all in one night, which would be cool.
Yep.
That would.
Yeah, like an Arkham Knight kind of feel.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I can.
I wonder if
that too.
I wonder if that's the episode where they introduce Harley Quinn.
That'd be fun.
I think Harley Quinn is introduced later.
That could be.
Huh?
That could be, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably way
Introduced
because I think some of the sidekicks come out before she does. So yeah, I think you're right.
I know this is a totally different show, but I think that it's super awesome that Batman the Animated Series created a character so prominent.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
So cool.
Oh yeah, it is.
Just more reasons
And
why
so
JC
far-
gotta see it.
I know.
There's so many amazing Harley episodes in Batman Animated Series.
Oh, so many good episodes.
Like Harley and Ivy might be my favorite Batman Animated Series episode.
Oh, it's a good one. Oh, it's a great one.
Great episode.
I think that was the inspiration for the spinoff of Harley Quinn the Animated Show. Like,
Oh yeah, 100%.
Hey, I mean, so far, Batman the Animated Series created Harley Quinn, but the Batman, it created the Clue Master.
That's true. I can't argue with you there.
can't argue with that.
I mean,
That is a true
who's
statement.
really, at the end of the day, who's really more iconic? I mean, come on.
Oh man, I don't have a clue who's more iconic, man. Oh goodness. Oh man. But yeah, JC, you gotta see the show.
I know. I've watched a good, 40 episodes or so. There's just a lot. I just have to continue grinding.
It is a lot. You're right, it is a lot. I do have the entire series on disc.
Yeah. And I think I've watched all of the new Batman Adventures, the last season. I think I watched all of it too. So.
Oh, that's a lot of Bat Family oriented.
Yes,
Oh,
it
yeah.
is.
So I mean, I've seen a good percentage of Batman the Animated Series, just not the whole thing yet.
Oh, okay.
It's just been a really long time since I've watched the new Batman Adventures, and I've just now started rewatching season 1, back last year sometime.
Yeah. I mean, I've been tempted to watch some of the Batman the Animated Series, but I don't want to get mixed up like I did last time.
No, you don't.
Content. But yeah, the show is really good. Absolutely amazing. I mean, it's the reason I like Batman so much. Like, I was super young when I watched my first few episodes, and I loved it, and that was instantly my favorite superhero.
Yeah. That's what the Batman did for me.
Huh?
That's what the Batman show, that's what it did for me. It
Really?
made Batman one of my favorites. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Well,
Well, in that
Batman.
case, I feel kind of bad about picking it apart.
No. I'm looking at it through adult eyes now, and I'm still enjoying it. But yeah,
Well, I'm glad.
it's fine. I have nostalgia about a lot of
when we
shows.
bring a show to court, the truth is revealed.
Yeah, buddy.
Exactly. And all in all, I think all of us have had a very positive experience so far, even if there is a little bit more Penguin than we like.
Oh, I've had fun.
Yeah. All right. So, you boys have anything to add?
No, I think that's a solid piece of work we just put forth.
All right. There is some Batman news.
Oh, what is that?
What is it? Robert Pattinson has been found positive with COVID-19.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That sucks.
He's got
Get well soon, Pat.
He's got a film still. He's got to make the Batman movie.
Exactly. We cannot have any delays with this movie. I mean, I'm already like jumping out of my seat with this trailer. I freaking love it so much. Like, I gotta watch the Batman now.
Wait, has the Batman already been delayed? Because of
Yeah.
Yeah, it was already delayed. So like, I can't have any more delays.
When was this supposed to come out originally?
This year. Well, okay.
Yeah,
So there was gonna be, like, it was supposed to come out this year, like earlier this year, I think, when Ben Affleck chose to do the whole movie and all that kind of stuff. But then there was like casting issues, directing issues, blah blah blah. And so then it actually was supposed to come out like in October of this year. So it was supposed to come out like a month from now. But a lot of things were delayed. It was delayed by like a year.
So coming out next October, maybe?
Huh?
Oh, we don't really know yet.
Yeah, we don't really know, but people are speculating that it'll be like, yeah, next October.
I hope it comes out next year.
So yeah,
Crazy.
quite a ways away.
Have movie theaters actually opened up in the States yet?
Depends on the state.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I've seen trailers for Tenet saying that it's playing, so very interesting.
Well, yeah, I know they released that gnarly looking X-Men spinoff movie.
Yeah, we
One
finally
of the worst
got
X-Men movies yet.
Yeah, I made a pact not to see it.
I'll join you. I'll join you.
Because I simply do not care.
Yep, Blood Pact, here we go. We're not watching that movie.
Nope.
For someone who's never seen an X-Men movie, why would I start there?
There you go. As someone who's seen literally every X-Men movie, why would I end there?
There you go.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I would have ended with Logan, even though it wasn't an X-Men movie. I would have just ended
Oh, yeah.
and then be like, all right, I'm good.
You're not going to end better than that.
The only good thing about New Mutants seems to be the Magic character. She seems to actually look really cool.
I don't even think I saw the entire trailer. I saw like 10 seconds of it and was like, nah.
Yeah, I think I'm the same.
You all didn't even see the trailer. Oh, man. So,
Don't care.
do you know who the Magic is?
No.
In the comics?
No.
So I think her name is Ilyana Rasputin, and she's Colossus's sister.
Okay.
Yeah, like Colossus from Deadpool.
Yeah.
I have no idea if they're canonically brother and sister in the movie universe, but at least they are in the comics. And she has like either a metal right arm or a right arm with armor on it or something like that. And she usually carries a big sword, and she has like in the trailer, it's like a blue energy sword, and she actually looks really cool with it. And it like leaves a trail of energy behind her when she moves it. Yeah, and her eyes glow blue, and she can like teleport. She looks actually real cool. So I'm going to definitely at least look up all the clips of her on YouTube after Scooby comes out.
All right. Does Variant Comics have an origin for her or anything?
They could. I don't know. I mean, I heard about her somewhere, and it was probably on YouTube. So yeah, it might have been that.
I really like Variant Comics. They have a lot of good stuff.
Eris Quinones.
Eris Quinones. Yeah, he's taught me a lot about characters.
Oh, same. He is very knowledgeable.
Mm-hmm. All right, boys. I guess we are signing off of episode 3 unless you have anything else to add.
I think this has been a good episode.
No, I'm excited for the second half of season 2.
Yes, the second half of
I
season
think it could be the best one yet.
it might be really good. All
Well,
right.
dear listeners, thank you for joining in. It has been a pleasure.
It's been real.
It's been fun.
It's been real fun.
There we go. There we go, finally.
Took you long enough.